Welcome back. Welcome back, y'all. It's your boy Hicks. I'm back with another video. Today, what's it called? We got here. By already the looks of it, this already looks like a crazy video. Racists reacting to life sentences, man. What's it called? It's a long awaited video I wanted to react to or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And reacting to it today. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Appreciate everybody that came to watch the video, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? These court cases I like to see. You know, they kind of get pretty wild. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But I hope you guys like the video. Hope you guys subscribe. I hope you guys turn on the post notifications so you guys get notified every single time I post. And also, make sure you guys go follow my socials down below and all that. Follow my Insta, follow my TikTok, whatnot. So yeah, man, we're gonna get on to this video. Let's get it, man. And we already started off with a video with a pause. I'm sorry, but this man's hair is all types of messed up. I can tell he's a racist, bro. He do not care. He don't care. Consequences. Alrighty.
This is Jeremy Christian, who is currently facing charges for multiple murders in Portland, Oregon. On May 26, 2017, Christian was on a packed train when he suddenly broke out on a racial rant towards two young women. A bystander on the train captured the distressing scene on video, and if we rewind the footage right there, you'll actually see Christian smack an innocent bystander's phone to the ground for no reason.
Whoa.
The situation quickly spiraled into chaos as passengers, including Micah Fletcher and Talisa Namkai Mechi, bravely confronted Christian to protect the targeted girls. Christian became increasingly aggressive and confrontational. The situation only escalated from here. Christian pulled out a folding knife and attacked Fletcher, Namkai Mechi, and Ricky Best. The attack resulted in the deaths of Best and Namkai Mechi, while Fletcher survived but sustained serious injuries.
What the fuck? No, this dude is a stone cold killer.
He fled the crime scene, but passengers of the train followed him, and he was arrested about a mile away. After the arrest, shocking footage emerged of Christian in the back of the patrol car.
Oh yeah, you're right, I do. I'm a patriot. I'm happy as a mother. Hopefully died.
However shocking you thought Christian's case was up until now, wait till you see how he acted in court. Christian faced trial and was convicted of 2 counts of murder and attempted murder. It was here he displayed disruptive and erratic behavior, which deeply frustrated Demetria Hester, a black woman who he had verbally attacked on the train. Hester expressed her disappointment with the police's handling of the case, believing that it failed to protect her and the other victims from Christian's actions.
The officer asked me for my ID and treated me like I was the assailant because of my color. The officer let Jeremy walk away to commit the senseless murder while looking for me.
Then, Christian had an outburst.
Go back to Tennessee too. We don't want you here. All your race baiting you ain't gonna be mayor either, bitch. You ain't gonna be mayor either, bitch.
As he was escorted out of the courtroom, he added more disturbing remarks. The judge sentenced him to 2 consecutive life terms.
Everyone know you a liar. Yeah. That motherfucker went off.
Plus, more than 25 years for his other convictions. Jeremy Christian was a racist criminal that took the life of an innocent man. However, what happens when the courtroom has a racist judge, like in the case of Judge James Confree, who was presiding over a divorce hearing involving Benjamin Taylor and his attorney, Yvette Ramos Alvarez, who represents his soon-to-be ex-wife. The primary objective of the hearing is to establish Taylor's annual income, prompting his wife's attorney to request a copy of his Social Security earnings statement.
Now Ms. Kolsky comes back after everything was finished except for those 2 pieces of paper, his Social Security earnings statements, which he doesn't have, and this supposed report that exists for Lee.
He gets his Social Security every year indicating
The earnings statement.
he gets his earnings statement. He gets it. He gets it every year. So she asked for it. Why didn't he provide it?
He doesn't have it.
He doesn't. He threw it away?
I would presume he did.
Oh, come on.
Judge Confree isn't buying the story, so he decides to poll the people in attendance to prove a point.
Judge,
I get it.
I don't get it.
You get it? You get it? Everybody gets it.
Everybody gets it.
Social Security sends it to your home
They do.
every year.
Alvarez, however, dissents based on her personal experience.
They sent it to my home 4 years ago. I haven't received it in the last 3.
This disagreement leads to a tense moment, and Judge Confree makes a comment that ultimately costs him his job.
Well, when did you become an illegal alien?
Oh my God, what the? Yo, that's OD, bro. She's a whole lawyer. I don't think, bro, what the? She's a lawyer. I don't think she just became it. No, she's been a citizen.
Taken aback by the judge's comment,
Judge,
Alvarez, who is of Hispanic heritage and formerly served as the president of the Hispanic Bar Association of New Jersey, expresses her dismay.
Judge, I am going to. That was a totally inappropriate comment.
I didn't mean it. I'm only. Listen.
Oh, now
to
you're
me.
taking it back. Now you're taking it back.
But right as Judge Confree attempts to backpedal, it's too late.
Yep.
After a brief period of silence, Alvarez returns to the courtroom 10 minutes later. Although Judge Confree expresses his regrets, the harm had already been done. Soon after this altercation, Judge Confree was publicly reprimanded by the New Jersey Supreme Court.
Good.
Judge Confree crossed the line and lost his job for it.
Bro, that's OD. Why the hell are you even saying that shit, bro? Like, that was overdoing it. Like, he got into his feelings because, like, she literally said a point that, oh, well, obviously the Social Security. Like, if you just kept it on that track, if you just kept it on the Social Security part, it would have been fine. But you took it out of character. Like, come on now, dog.
However, how does it compare to a 20-year-old convict who used his car to intentionally mow down a crowd of anti-hate protesters? That was the case of James Field Jr., who is facing charges for murder in Virginia.
Her injuries, but it's very noteworthy. She had a lot of psychological injuries. She was not injured when the car drove into the crowd of protests.
Are just plowed through hundreds of people downtown Charlottesville.
Oh, no.
Fields, an avowed neo-Nazi, drove his car into the crowd during a white nationalist rally, resulting in 35 injuries and the death of counter-protester Heather Heyer. Heyer, the 32-year-old paralegal, was in a crowd of protesters demonstrating against white nationalists and white supremacists, opposing the removal of a Confederate statue. James faced state trial and was convicted of first-degree murder, multiple counts of aggravated malicious wounding, and leaving the scene of an accident. However bad you think his crimes were, the reactions in court were worse. Outside of the courtroom, supporters of James gathered to argue that Field's crimes were an act of self-defense.
That boy was scared by your mob that this city might get out of control. This is on the hands of the city government, of the police, and the radical left.
Do you have any accountability for this death at all?
Not at all. These radical leftists are the ones that brought violence. They're the ones preparing for violence. They said in their chants, the Nazis, the fascists, they came prepared for war.
Okay, look, there's two sides to this story. But, bro, you're being fine with a dude just running over 35 people and killing a person? Like, nah. Okay. So I obviously say this, vice versa for a reason. Because if this happened to any of your family members and you just saying all this stuff, come on now, bro. We know how you gonna react.
A defense James and his team would also argue in court.
It is alleged that Fields acted in this case because of the race, color, religion, and national origin of that crowd that was at the bottom, the intersection of 4th and Water Streets.
However, prosecutors and ultimately the jury saw it differently, and James Fields Jr. was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility for parole by Charlottesville Circuit Judge Richard Moore.
Today, this defendant will spend the rest of his life in prison for violating that law.
James seemed pretty emotionless as the sentencing and proceedings were underway. However, the same cannot be said for the case of Jose Torres and Kayla Norton, who were facing numerous charges, including assault in Georgia.
Not me. That is not me. That's not him. I would never walk up to you and say those words to you. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
The incident occurred when Kayla and Jose joined about a dozen other people in a convoy of pickup trucks, waving large Confederate flags around Douglas County, a suburban.
And that's what I be saying. They always be crying. They always be crying when they in custody. But you never see them crying when they doing this shit. That's what I said, bro. Why even do it if you know it could lead to the possibility of being arrested? It leads to the possibility of you having a couple charges on your belt. Like, come on now, dog.
An Atlanta community.
These people know what they're doing.
Reports, the group passed by the victim's residence, which was hosting an 8-year-old child's outdoor birthday party that included a cookout and bouncy castle. They then proceeded to park their trucks nearby and began shouting derogatory racial slurs toward the black partygoers. But it didn't end there, because after someone at the party threw an object towards the truck in an attempt to make them leave, Kayla Norton retrieved and loaded a tactical 12-gauge shotgun and handed it to her boyfriend, Joe Torres. Torres pointed the loaded shotgun at the group of African-American partygoers and stated he was going to kill them, while his co-defendants stated that the little ones can get one too, referring to the young children at the party.
You see? And then you see them crying, like you see them breaking down in tears, and it's like, bro, you did all that because they didn't want you in front of their house. Come on, man. And now they crying. Like, what?
Co-defendants stated that the little ones
hear
could
this.
get one too,
Like, what?
referring to the young children at the party.
Like the little ones. I'd say it all the time. If this was your kids.
Listen as one of the victims describes what happened that day.
I mean, they terrorized us. I mean, they pulled out guns and knives, called us racist slur, and they threatened to kill us. And that was terrifying.
If their actions were bad, then their behavior in court was even more shocking. Norton couldn't hold back tears during their sentencing as she apologized to the family suffering.
I would never walk up to you and say those words to you. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, you never walk up, but you're with a whole bunch of people. You'll do that with a whole bunch of people. Yeah, you will never walk up. You see, man, it's
In a surprising turn of events, Aisha Bryant forgave the couple. The couple could only cry at her apology. They were sentenced to a combined 19 years in prison. Jose Torres and Kayla Norton showed remorse for their crime. However, not all racists...
That's not enough. They need like 10 more years. Just for the simple fact they were crying. But they were doing it. It's the act. Pointing a whole gun at them. And then even threatened the kids. Come on, bro. 10 more years. 30.
Have that presence of mind. Like in the case of Travis McMichael, Gregory McMichael, and William Bryan. All three men are facing charges for murder in Georgia. On February 23, 2020, Ahmaud Arbery, a 25-year-old black man, went jogging in Satilla Shores, a neighborhood near Brunswick in Glynn County, Georgia, when the three men noticed Arbery and assumed he was a burglar. They began pursuing him in their trucks.
Got a shot. Okay. I said, come on, let's go. So Travis runs and gets his shotgun because the other night, the guy stuck his hand in his pants.
Bryan followed in another vehicle and recorded the entire incident, including Arbery's murder. No arrests were made for over 2 months. The GCPD claimed the Brunswick District Attorney's Office initially advised them not to make any arrests because he did not see grounds for the arrests of the men involved.
That's crazy. Crazy. This happened like 3 years ago, man. and they said they didn't arrest him after 3 months. They didn't see why they even wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy to me, man.
In fact, a letter was also written to police on their behalf reiterating their claim that they believed the McMichaels' actions were perfectly legal. As if their crimes were not disgusting enough, their reactions in court were even more disgraceful. During the trial, Travis showed no remorse for his involvement in the murder.
I shot. Why? He had my gun. He struck me. It was obvious that he was he was attacking me, that if he would have got the shotgun from me, then this is a life or death situation. I'm going to have to stop him from doing this, so I shot.
Travis was adamant that it was an act of self-defense. But when prosecutors asked the investigators involved to read out Gregory McMichael's transcript he had with his son prior to the shooting, Travis's defense seemed to not add up.
As they're on Holmes Road, where is Mr. Greg McMichael? Line 21.
He says that he is in the back of the truck with the 357.
All right. Now specifically, on Holmes Road in the back of the truck with the 357, he then says specifically, I want you to quote this, line 25, what does he specifically say?
Quoting, he says, "I said stop, you know, I'll blow your head off or something. I was trying to convey to this guy we were not playing, you know."
The father-son duo received life sentences without parole in a state trial for their roles in the killing. Additionally, William Roddy Bryan, who recorded the cell phone video of Arbery's killing, was sentenced to 35 years in prison after his involvement in the fatal chase was deemed a federal hate crime. For many people, these racists...
He only got 35. He should be getting life as well, too. Like, I don't care he recorded and all that. Like, niggas should be getting life.
got what they deserved. However, this wasn't the only time a racist was sentenced to life imprisonment. There was the case of Russell Cortier, who was facing multiple charges, including murder in Oregon. In August 2016, Russell, a white supremacist prison gang member, ran over Larnell Bruce Jr., a black adolescent, with his Jeep, killing him. Throughout the trial, the prosecutors highlighted Cortier's racist motives and a deep desire to be part of a white supremacist brotherhood, ultimately leading him to join the European Kindred Gang, the largest racist prison gang in Oregon. This was discovered through the Klan's shield being tattooed on Cortier's leg. Despite this, Cortier's mother was public about the fact that her son was not racist.
Never been racist. We have, like I said, I have a friend that I've known for like 35 years. Her family is black and white mix.
They always say that. I have a friend, family friend, 35 years. That do not matter. That don't matter. Stop. Stop it. Stop. Look, it matters to some extent, but bro, come on, man.
And they call her Aunt Betty. She's black.
In court, Cortier was facing multiple charges, including murder, failure to fulfill driver responsibilities, and violating Oregon's hate crime law. Cortier was emotional and had tears in his eyes for a majority of the trial. Colleen Hunt, Cortier's girlfriend at the time, played a role in the crime by allowing him to use her Jeep. She pleaded guilty to manslaughter and received a 10-year sentence for her involvement.
Damn.
After a thorough legal process, Cortier was found guilty on all charges. He was sentenced to life with a minimum of 28 years before being considered for parole. If you thought these reactions were shocking, you'd be amazed at this video of...
Ooh. Hey, man. What's it called? Them motherfuckers, bro. Bro. 35 years do not matter. You've been friends with Aunt Betty. No one gives a F. No one cares. Bruh. What's it called? These court cases, man. I think some of these people, a lot of these people deserve these life sentences, man, and whatnot. You know, obviously, that 2020 situation, man, the Arbery situation, dude, RIP to him, bro, because that was low-key kind of a sad situation. They hawked him down, first of all, because they assumed he was going to rob somebody. But like I said, he was just going for a run, going for a jog, and all that. So, yeah, man, RIP to him. But, hey, man, that was some crazy racist life sentences, man. And, yeah, that was a doozy right there. But, hey, man, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Make sure you guys go like, subscribe, and also make sure you guys go turn on them post notifications so you guys get notified every single time I post. And also make sure you guys follow my socials down below. Make sure you guys will follow my Insta and follow my TikTok. Whatnot, man. But hey, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.